Looking for the best free PC game? Whether you're broke or just frugal, free is a price point that appeals to everybody's wallet. I've collated the top free PC games guaranteed to deliver a near endless stream of complementary entertainment. All you need to spend is your time. With that out of the way, let's just get started. Coming in at the first spot is War Thunder. You don't have to find a group of minded aviation enthusiasts on a message board and join their virtual squadron to enjoy War Thunder. You don't have to choose between realism or accessibility either. You just download it, and then you're flying, driving, or shooting, or even both at the same time. If you're looking for war games that put you in the thick of it, then War Thunder is for you. Next up is Raid's Shadow Legends. You can now play one of the best-known mobile RPGs for free on PC. Raid's turn-based combat and squad management require some strategic thinking, even from veterans of the genre. The game features over 300 heroes for you to collect, each with their own stats and unique abilities, meaning, you'll have to tweak and optimize your squad to make the most of your character's strengths. You can also take the fight online, by either teaming up with other players in raids, or defeating their squad in battle to gain valuable rewards. Coming in at the third spot is World of Tanks. One of the mightiest PC tank games there has ever been, World of Tanks 1.0 is an accessible and exciting tank simulator that is built on a foundation of complex game mechanics. It pits two teams of tankers against each other in a classic deathmatch scenario. There are hundreds of vehicles to unlock across 10 different tiers, from speedy scouts to hulking heavies. You will be surprised at how many tanks wargaming have managed to cram in. Next up is Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2 is one of the best MMOs available. Even better, you can play a huge chunk of it for free. There's a lot to do, from traditional questing for NPCs to zone events, where everyone can suddenly get involved and work as a massive team to bring down a boss, or help a burning village. The free-to-play base game is huge, and if you choose to purchase the Path of Fire expansion, they'll throw in the Heart of Thorns expansion for free. Next up is World of Warships. If you like the idea of World of Tanks, but the battlefields just are not wet enough, then you need World of Warships. Introducing the Navy to the concept of deathmatch, the controls are simple and welcoming, but allow for interesting tactics. World of Warships is more fun than Total War's pondering naval engagements, definitely more approachable than Silent Hunter, and far deeper than the Pirates games. Surprisingly deep, if you'll excuse the submariner humor. The World of Warships esports scene is also far more exciting than it has any right to be. Coming in at the sixth spot is Enlisted. This Battlefield-esque tactical shooter prides itself on its historical accuracy, providing you with era-appropriate weapons and equipment as you lead your squad of AI soldiers through some of the most famous campaigns of World War II. As squad leader, it's up to you to command the actions of your troops throughout each battle, but should the worst happen and you're taken out by a stray bullet, you'll switch to the POV of a different member of your division. Surely, a welcome solution to those of us who've spent far too many hours face down in the mud, waiting to be revived by a teammate with different priorities. Next up is Forge of Empires. If you're aching to hone your management skills while quenching your thirst for historical strategy, then Forge of Empires browser-based realm building could be right up your street. Beginning with a handful of Stone Age huts and spear-wielding warriors, you'll lead your small settlement through a range of familiar time periods, conquering, expanding, and building your way to a modern metropolis. Lead your growing armies to victory in turn-based combat sequences, join other players to form guilds, and research groundbreaking discoveries that lead you from one century to the next. Coming up next is Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact has drawn a lot of comparisons to Breath of the Wild, and it's not hard to see why. Its open world is massive and jaw-droppingly pretty. But there's also an abundance of resources to collect, craft, and cook with, not to mention puzzles and mini-bosses that can be bested by using elemental powers with the environment rather than starting a brawl. The main story will keep you battling through the first 30 hours, but that's mostly because the massive open world of Tevat will keep pulling you in every direction with camps to clear out, puzzles to solve, and the promise of shiny new loot. There are some parts of the open world you won't be able to engage with without accessing some of the characters who are hidden behind gacha mechanics. But you can enjoy the whole main story and the majority of the open world relatively uninterrupted by paid mechanics. Next up is Conquerors Blade. Embrace your inner knight as you engage in epic siege warfare in Conquerors Blade. Pick a hero from a selection of medieval classes, and lead them into battle, commanding a small battalion of troops into seemingly insurmountable sieges. The gameplay switches between third-person combat and top-down views of the 30-player battles, so it's important to make best use of your siege equipment and give astute tactical orders so that your troops emerge victorious and alive. Finally is the Star Conflict. A shiny, colorful space sim that places you in a massively multiplayer universe. Star Conflict drops you right in the middle of an interplanetary skirmish that encompasses both PvE and PvP. Its void is as roomy as any other sector of space you might name, while its busy, man-made surface environments recall the twisty tunnels of the Descent series. All links of the games are in the descriptions. Thanks for watching. Links are in the description. Hopefully, you found this video helpful. If it did, please give it a thumbs up.